Okay, I don't know if I'm looking into the camera or not. So I'm just gonna start. My house. I'm very self-conscious about my house. I need to start my weight loss journey somehow, some way, and I figure now is as good a time as ever. I don't feel prepared. I don't have all the things that I want to eat and do along this journey, but the key is just starting and stop. I've just, I am the excuse maker, aren't I? And I've just got to start where I'm at. Nothing has to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, and I always think I have to have everything in place perfect before I start things that are difficult. I mean, unless life forces me to do something right here, right now, and that happens a lot, I have to be perfect. Well, and that's why a lot of the time I'm not perfect because, I'm forced to just do stuff right here, right now. But, my preference is to be perfect. So when I voluntarily start a new project, I think, oh, everything has to be perfect. But it doesn't. Life is never perfect. It's, even though there are many benefits to being a perfectionist, when you're a perfectionist, it's a real drawback. You never catch up with anybody. The people who go the farthest and achieve the most are the people who just go for it. They don't try and be, they have no desire to be perfect. They don't know how to be perfect. And that's a blessing. I am cursed with the perfection gene, even though I really like having it because I like to be as perfect as possible. And I do really good work because I'm as perfect as possible, and I stand out above the rest because I'm as perfect as possible. So, I would never trade this gene for the world, but there are, it's really difficult. It's a curse too. So I just got to start. There's this, I've been reading, let's see, what's the name of this book? See, I don't want to show you my house because it's such a mess. What does it say? What is it called? It's called Cleanse to Heal. I don't have my website together, so I can't become an Amazon partner at this point because I don't have a website for them to evaluate my YouTube channel. I'm just restarting, so I can't give you links to all these products and make the money that I'd like to make, but Cleanse to Heal. I forget the guy's name. I saw it on Amazon and I got it, and it's full of cleansing recipes and of course his particular cleanse and all the philosophy behind it, and it's really cool. But I tend to like to take things from different sources and just make my own method that works for me, and because he's a little extreme, and I really like that he's extreme because he gives me a really good education. But anyway, I've taken spirulina for a long time. I haven't been eating it for a while, but I always feel wonderful when first thing in the morning I rise and I put, like, I guess it's like a big heaping tablespoon into my Kangen water and shake and drink it. Now, not everyone can do this. A lot of people need to take the tablets. Spirulina goes all the way back to, I guess it was like the early 90s for me. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the early 90s. Or no, the 80s. Yeah, I was a young woman when I discovered spirulina. I used to live on spirulina. When I was at my thinnest, I just lived on spirulina, and once a day I would have like a fresh chocolate chip cookie and tea with nothing in it. And I got really skinny for a certain time. The person who promoted spirulina to me was a Nichiren Buddhist, and she was really thin. She was the guy. She was the guy. Yeah, I know her name. I'm not going to say her name, but she used to date Joey Ramone, and she was really thin, and she told me that I could live on spirulina, that it was like everything, but you can't. Okay, I did, and I ended up getting hit by a car, and I ended up in the hospital, and they were really concerned when they tested my blood because I was borderline anemic. I tend to be that, and even though spirulina has a lot of iron, it wasn't enough for me because I guess I need meat. Some people like me, iron from plants is not the same as iron from meat. And I've always wanted to be a vegan. I've always tended towards that diet. I've always wanted to be a pure vegan. I have never been able to achieve it because I am the kind of person that needs to eat meat, unfortunately. And I admire all you pure vegans out there. I wish I could, be like you. I really do. But I can't. But I can be as much like you as I can, though. I think I can do I can do it as much as you. I can try my best to emulate you while also eating a certain amount of meat to keep my protein, but mainly iron, in check. And there's probably other things that I need from the meat that I can't get from plant sources. So spirulina, very important, but I need other things, and I think most people do. They were concerned about my calcium too. When I had gotten hit by the car, I think I was 25, and it does have a lot of great calcium components in there. Bone, vitamin K and things, but yeah, and they wanted me to eat dairy. Dairy does not have the high quality calcium and things that other plant products have, just to be clear. But yeah, I do think you need other things in your diet besides spirulina. I do not believe you can live on spirulina alone. At least I can't. All right, so this book has introduced me to the idea of drinking celery juice, every day. I'm going to start doing that. I just needed to get some cheesecloth. I actually haven't picked it up from Walmart yet, and because I don't have a juicer, but I have a blender, and with a blender you just need some cheesecloth. And eventually I'd like to work my way up to the heavy metal detox smoothie that this particular book has in it. It has the recipe for it. It's like wild blueberries, and I know there's an orange in there. There's spirulina in there, but spirulina is not the same when you combine it with other ingredients. Just so you're aware, you only get the full benefit of spirulina when you take it alone, and that's why first thing in the morning, that's what I do. I drink spirulina. Or ideally, I would like to do that. I don't, and I haven't for a while. But yeah, I would like to work up to doing the heavy metal detox smoothie. I've never heard of Dulse. I don't know if you have. Atlantic Dulse is what is required for it, and I have to wait for that to be delivered. It's going to take till the end of July, and today is, I think, July 8th. I'm just trying to think. I sent away there's barley juice powder in there, and it's not barley grass powder. It's barley grass juice powder. Don't be mistaken. It's very important. They're very different things. make sure it's the powder of the juice, not the grass, okay? And, you know, I'm still waiting for, you know, all those ingredients to be gathering up those. I have to gather all those ingredients together before I start that. But yeah, I need a heavy metal detox because I was drugged my whole life. I had, you know, I was exposed to a lot of metals throughout time, and I need to get it out of my body because that's probably why I'm so fat, because all of you drugged me for so many years. Thanks a lot. And this is what you get when you drug somebody. All that stuff stays in their body, and yeah, this is what you get. I hope you like it. My husband does. He likes a lady with a little extra meat on the bone, you know. But yeah, this is not my style. I want to lose weight. I'm a thin person by nature, and it's time to reveal who I truly am. And that's a thin woman. I'm petite, actually. I'm going to look so different. You're just not going to recognize me. And I guess I'm ready. I don't know, but I just got to start. I'm not like all gung ho this time. I have been in the past, and I just stopped doing it. I don't lose the weight because I stop. I just got to start, and I got to just keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to call off everything because I don't follow my plan exactly. And it has to be my plan. I can't follow somebody else's plan, okay? When I was a child, I came up with the basis that is bright line eating. Because when I was in third grade, I was obsessive compulsive, I believe. And, I really think bright line eating is really good for people who, obsessive compulsive, OCD, people who are OCD. If you're OCD, go to bright line eating. I have a link in the description, of course. You need to start that. Okay. And, if you contact me, I'll hook you up even further. Okay. I guess that's it for today. I don't want this to be too lengthy. I want this to be my video journal on Claire's weight loss. I guess I should film my body today because I haven't started anything. Okay, I was just thinking, I got my Vega 1. Vega 1 is something that I love. Okay, Vega 1. And I just felt like a Vega 1 this morning. It just arrived in the mail. And so I figured this is the day to record this because I'm going to just start phasing into my new foods. It's not going to be like a clear begin date. It's just a beginning of Claire's journey to, I don't know, I'll figure out some title and you'll see this on this playlist, okay? It's Claire's journey to her true identity, to letting the weight go, Claire's journey to weight loss, Claire's journey to petite. Yeah, Claire's journey to petite, that's okay. And let me film my body. I don't want to show my messy house, my messy, dirty house that I never lift a finger to clean or organize very much because, I don't know, I'm just so burnt out with life in general. Just waiting for my new life to start, and it's just really tiring, just hanging in there till I can get my life started, for the first time ever. It's very exhausting living an identity that is not you. Okay, let me film myself. I don't want you to see my house, but okay, this is me. Wait, okay, I have to keep it like this. Okay, so, okay, okay. Can you see me in the mirror? This is me. Okay, I guess I should back up. Okay, this is me. I'll switch it. Let's see, where's the thing? Doesn't allow me to switch it, so. Wait, oh shit. Can you see me? Not perfect, but you know, good enough, right? So you can get an idea. Okay, that's, I guess you kind of see me, right? This is me.